dark emotions from Diddy. There's also a lot of corruption that may just get exposed, and she's going to work with the prosecution, you know what I mean, against him. Will Diddy's verdict be thrown out? What's up, my beautiful soul family? How's everybody feeling today? All right, so as we've seen, the P. Diddy trial, he was convicted for the 2 man counts, but he was acquitted for the 3 counts of RICO charges. Some people have been speculating that there's been some kind of foul play with the jury. Maybe a juror was paid. I think there was some people that were alleging. There are some people that are alleging online that a juror is under investigation or something like that. I don't know how true it is. That's just what's floating through the air. Or at least that they're launching an investigation into the jury selection. With all of this going on, some people are wondering, will P. Diddy's verdict be thrown out? That's what I feel like we need to look into in this video today. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, y'all know, of course, before I start this reading, I need to put out my disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I state in this video is just my interpretation of the cards. Nothing I state in this video have been proven to be fact as of now. So now that we got that disclaimer out the way, let's shuffle these cards and let's see if P. Diddy's verdict is going to be thrown out or if it's going to be sustained. All right. So as I look over the cards, the question was, will Diddy's verdict be thrown out? So I'm thinking that Diddy, the answer is yes. But if we look into the situation, I think that Diddy's verdict is successfully going to be thrown out. You know what I mean? However, I think that something's going on with Diddy's counsel where he's lacking the counsel while he's in jail, or maybe they're not going to want to represent him. You know what I mean? Moving forward, I feel like he's trying to throw his weight around. He's trying to throw his money around. You know what I mean? He's trying to weigh out every option. He feels like he should have a bunch of options. I'm getting some dark emotions from Diddy because I'm feeling like Diddy is starting to get nervous. He's starting to get worried, you know, a little bit. Just because the verdict is thrown out doesn't mean that it's going to be anything good. He's trying to taking responsibility for. He's trying to taking responsibility for the, you know what I mean, the charges that he was found guilty on. He's trying to find a way to get out of that. You know what I mean? There's other secrets and other things that's going to come forward. You know what I mean? I think he believes that they're going to be open, that things are going to be positive in the future if he was to get a retrial. You know what I mean? Now I didn't ask Spirit if he was getting a retrial, so I don't know if Spirit's pointing to that. I feel like something is getting ready to be exposed about him. You know what I mean? He's been trying to manipulate this whole entire way. He tried to manipulate the jurors. He tried to manipulate the judge. I think he's also lying to himself about how severe the situation is. I'm feeling like Diddy, in a sense, feels overly confident. Was feeling overly confident. You know what I mean? At one point with this trial, I feel like there's also a lot of corruption that may just get exposed. I feel like Diddy did have at least a couple jurors on payroll. This is what I'm seeing allegedly. I feel like the judge did. I don't know. I do get a feeling of maybe a mistrial in this case. I feel like they're going to. I don't feel like this case is over. I feel like it is going to be revisited. Let me see. Let me look. You know, Diddy's a celebrity. But there's a lot of secrets that's coming out about him, about these parties. You know what I mean? I feel like there's going to be new accusations along with these accusations that may just get thrown out. I don't feel like we're done with this. That's what I feel like. I feel like, okay, let me see here. The case was weak. Let's tell the truth with that. This particular case was weak, but this is not the first case. This is going to open the door to other case. I mean, excuse me. I'm sorry. This is only the first case. This is going to open the door to other cases. Diddy's going to have to really come with a good, strong defense in order to really get out of jail. I don't see that he's getting out of jail right now. Will the case be thrown out? I think Spirit is alleging it will, but my gut feels like it might be a mistrial involved, and maybe there will be a new trial. But my gut is also feeling like there's at least going to be new charges coming. Allegedly. Let's keep reading. Let's see what else Spirit has to say. Let me see here. Diddy's going to need himself a good lawyer because I feel like the judge is going to block a lot of things in Diddy's new trial. I do feel like Diddy is going to get another trial. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be the same charges, you know what I mean, or if it's going to be charges for other stuff. I do feel like there is going to be new charges too. There's going to be additional charges. I'm not sure the charges he just, got is going to be a part of this trial, but I do see a new trial with Diddy, allegedly. Let me see here. So the new trial, Diddy's going to try to make bribes with the new trial too. But that's where he's going to mess himself up. He's going to make poor decisions. The judge is going to block a lot of those attempts. You know what I mean? Where he's not going to be able to use his money. His money's not going to work for him this time. And there's going to be a lot of bad news for him. Let me see here. Diddy is trying to be self-serving and selfish, but I feel like Diddy's going to be made an example out of. You know what I mean? Diddy's not going to be very happy with the verdict. You know what I mean? He thinks he's going to be able to go free. He's going to free himself. You know what I mean? Especially if he get in touch with the right people. You know what I mean? But I feel like in a sense, he's, again, like I said, being too overly confident and not seeing the situation for what it really is. You know what I mean? Let me think. I feel like things are going to get worse with him. He's going to want to be given a lifeline, but I don't feel like I feel like the judge is going to not going to accept a plea deal. You know what I mean? I feel like he's not going to be given the chance to get a plea deal. I don't know. I feel like they're going to make an example out of Diddy. Let me see here. He's not going to be prepared for this next trial. Yeah yeah. He's not going to be prepared for the new trial too much because like I said, I feel like there is going to be additional stuff. He's not, and there's going to be a witness for the prosecution that Diddy wasn't expecting. This is what I'm seeing allegedly. His secret is going to come out. His double life is going to come out. It's going to be exposed. Diddy's very deceitful. Diddy deceived the world. He deceiving even himself. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's going to want to take a plea deal, but it's going to be denied. Maybe Cassie. All right. So here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing an earth sign woman. It may be Cassie. I'm only hollering Cassie because she's an earth sign woman. She's a Virgo. It might be some other woman we don't know about yet. That might come out. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know what I mean? That's going to be, it's going to like make his situation worse. You know what I mean? She's going to get the strength to to move on and go ahead. I feel like she's going to be for the prosecution. You know what I mean? She's going to be like somebody that was in his inner circle and she's going to work with the prosecution, you know what I mean, against him. He's going to try to act like he's keeping his cool, but yeah, yeah, that's not going to work. For a long time, she was intimidated by not speaking out, and feels very depressed and upset about it. But she's going to speak out now. This is what I'm saying. Bad. This is going to be a lot of bad news coming for Diddy. I feel like. All right. So let's pull some more cards. Let's see what else this is talking about. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he's not going to be prepared for this second trial. I do. I get the feeling, like I said, he's gonna be too overly confident. Oh yeah, I got the Rico thrown out before. Let's see if we get all the charges thrown out this time. I'm untouchable. They can't touch me. I feel like Diddy's ego is getting the better of him right now. He is worried enough stuff like that. But if it was get to get thrown out and be a mistrial, yeah. Let me see here. Let me see. I'm pulling some more cards. The justice system. Let me see. All right. All right. So a lot of stuff is going to get exposed. like I said, he's gonna talk. I feel like he is gonna get essay and charges for kids, for minors and stuff like that, like we had talked about before. He's more. He's also like, I think with him, he's been hard on his counsel. He's been judging them and looking down on them, feeling like they didn't get everything going like the way it should. Whereas he should be more worried about, building up a strong defense, because right now he don't have that strong defense. This is what I'm seeing allegedly in the cards so far. I feel like lastly, I feel like the prosecution is still building a case against Diddy. This is the reason why people was hollering, "Oh, why wasn't he charged with this? Why wasn't he charged with that?" They're still building their case, but I feel like the second trial is when they're really going to bring it on. You know what I mean? So to answer the original question, will Diddy's verdict be thrown out? I'm getting the feeling yes. Something in my gut is saying that there will be a mistrial and there's going to be a second trial. You know what I mean? Where there's going to be additional charges, and I feel like this is where Diddy's really going to be, messed up at, because he's not going to be prepared for all of this. Anyways, let me know what y'all think down below. Do y'all think they're going to throw Diddy's trial out? Do y'all think it's going to be a second trial going on with Diddy? Do you think it's going to be additional charges going on with Diddy? Let me know. Leave a comment down below. Thank you, my beautiful soul family, for tuning in. I'll see y'all in the next reading. I love you, my babies. You have a good one.